Alright, Alright, welding pipelines and related facilities. Pipeline segment, API standard 1104, 19th edition, September 1999. Alright, contents. General 1, scope. 2, reference publication. 3, definitions of term. General definitions. 4, specifications, equipment, materials. 5, qualification welding procedures. Welds containing filler metal additives. Procedure qualification record. Procedure specification. Essential variables. Welding of test joints. Butt welds. Testing welded joints. Butt welds. Welding of test joints. Fillet welds. Testing of welding joint. Fillet welds. Qualification welder, general single qualification, multiple qualification, visual examination, instructive testing, radiograph, butt welds only, retesting records, design and preparation of joint production, welding, general alignment, musing line up clamps for butt welds, bevel, weather conditions, clearance between beads, positioning the weld, roll welding, identification of welds, pre and post heat treatment. Inspection, testing, production welds, right of inspection, method of inspection, qualification, inspection personnel, qualification, non-destructive testing personnel. 9, acceptance standard for non-destructive testing, general right of rejection, radiographic testing, magnetic particle testing, liquid penetration testing, ultrasonic testing, visual acceptance standards of undercut. 10, repair removals of the defects, authorization, repair procedures, acceptance criteria, supervision of welder. 11, procedures of non-destructive testing, radiographic test method, the magnetic particle test method, liquid penetration test method, ultrasonic test method. Automatic welding acceptable process, procedure qualification record, procedure specification, essential variables, qualification welding equipment and operators record of qualified operators inspecting testing production welds, acceptance standards of non-destructive testing welds, repair removal of the defects, radiographic testing. Alright, 13, automatic welding without filler, metal in addition, acceptable process, procedure, qualification record, procedure specification, essential variables, qualification, equipment operators, records of qualified operators, quality assurance, production welds, acceptable standards of non-destructive testing, repair, removal of the defects, radiographical procedure. Appendix A, alternative acceptance standards for girth welds. Appendix B, in-service welding, and then your figures. Welding and pump lines, related facilities. We'll back out of this, okay? Alright, general. The scope of the covers of the gas and arc welding of the butt fillet and socket welds and carbon low alloy steel piping used in compression pumping, transmission, crude oil, petroleum products, fuel gas, carbon dioxide, nitrogen, where applicable covers welding distribution systems. It applies to both new construction and in-service welding. The welding may be done with the shield metal arc welding, shield merged arc welding, gas tungsten arc welding, gas metal arc welding, flux core arc welding, plasma arc welding, oxyacetylene welding, flush butt welding process, or combination of these processes by using a manual, semi-automatic, automatic welding technique, combination of those techniques. The welds may be produced by position or rolling welding by combination of position and rolling welding. Standards also cover the procedure, radiographic and magnetic particle, liquid penetration, ultrasonic testing, as well as acceptance standards to apply with the production welded test, destruction or inspection, radiographic, magnetic particle, liquid penetration, ultrasonic, visual testing. Methods of value started either in inch or pounds system international units are regarded separate, and the standard each system is to be used independently of the other without combination values anyway. Process other described above with the consideration. Inclusion standard person who wishes to have other processes include shall submit a minimum of the following information for committee consideration: a description for welding process, a purpose of the essential variable, the welding procedure, specification, welding inspection methods, type of the welding, imperfection, their personal accepted limits, repair procedures, intent for all the work performed in accordance with the standard shall meet and exceed the requirements of the standard. Alright, your reference publication, Chapter 2, following standard code specifications are called in standard API spec F5L, specification line pipe. ASNT, RPSNT, TC1, 1A, Personal Qualification Certification Non-Destructive Testing. ACCP, ASNT, Central Figural Program. ASGME, E146, Standard Practice Ultrasonic Contact Testing. E165, Standard Testing Liquid Penetration Examination. E709, Standard Guide for Magnetic Particles Examination. E747, Standard Practice for Design, Manufacturing, Manual, Material Grouping, Classification, Wire Image Quality Indicators used in Radiology. E1025, Standard Practice Design, Manufacture, Material Grouping, Classification, Whole Type Image Quality Indicators used for radiology. AWS 3.0, welding terms. AWS A5.1, covered carbon steel arc welding electrodes. A52, iron and steel oxy fuel gas welding rods. A55, low alloy steel covered arc welding electrodes. A517, carbon steel electrodes, flux submerged arc welding. A518, carbon steel filler metal gas shield arc welding. A520, carbon steel electrode with flux core arc welding. A528, low alloy steel filler metals for gas shield arc welding. A529, low alloy steel electrodes, flux core arc welding. BS14 or BS7448, Part 2, Fracture Mechanics Toughness Charts of Part 2, Method Determination of K1C, Critical COTD, Critical J values of welds of metallic materials. NAACE MR0175, sulfide stress cracking resistant metallic materials oil field equipment. And we'll go on to chapter 3. Our definition of terms, welding terms used with the same given defined in AWS A301, addition for the modification given in 3.2. Definitions: automatic welding, arc welding, equipment that performs the welding operation without manual manipulation of the arc and electrode, other guiding, tracking, and without manual welding skill requirement of the operator. Company, owner and a company of the engineer of the charge of the construction company may act through inspector and another authorized representative. Contractor includes primary contractor, any of the subcontractors engaged in work covered by the standard. 324, defect, imperfection, sufficient magnitude, warrant rejection-based stipulations in standard. 325, imperfection, discontinuity, irregularity that is detectable by methods outlined in the standard. 326, indication, evidence obtained by the non-destructive testing. 327, internal concavity, B, that is proposed, fused, and complete penetrate for the pipe wall thickness along both sides of the level, but whose center is somewhat below the inside surface of the pipe wall, magnitude concavity, perpendicular distance between the axial extension of the pipe wall surface, lowest point of the weld, B surface. 328, position welding, welding in which the pipe assembly is held in stationary. 329, qualified welder who has demonstrated the ability to produce the welds to meet the requirements of section 5 and 6. 3210, qualified welding procedure, tested and proven detailed method by which sound welds or suitable mechanical properties can produce. 3211, radiographic, a person who performs radiographic operations. 3212, any rework completed requires welding to correct a fault of welding that has been discovered. Visual non-destructive testing is beyond the standard limits of acceptability. 3213, roll welding in which pipe assembly is rotated while the welded material deposited near the top center. 3214, root bead, first stringer bead with initial joint, 2 sections, pipe section to a fitting or 2 fittings. 3215, semi-automatic welding, arc welding with equipment with a control only with filler metal feed, and the advance of the welding is manually controlled. 3216, the terms indicate mandatory requirements. The terms should indicate recommended practices. 3217, welding, the completed welding joining, 2 sections of the pipe section, pipe fitting, 2 fittings. 3218, welder, a person who makes a weld. Alright, chapter 4, specifications. We're going to cut the tape there.